My dad's friend actually told him to try and get me into football. I was doing, I think, swimming at the time. I was just a big kid that was always fast.
Join us on the Swim Monkey.
Swim
Monkey.
Swim Monkey TV. On the Monkey.
Hey, Kara here from Seahorse Tales. I'm back again to share tips on water safety, swim lessons, and parenting information that I hope you find useful. My guest today, I'm taking it back to 1998 when we moved to Ocean City, one of my favorite towns. And that is the year that we started a swim team, Atlantic City Aquatic Club. A couple of years after that, my guest here, Austin Johnson, joined the team before he went off to the NFL, where he currently is with the New York Giants. Hey, Austin.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Are you in Jersey right now?
Yep, I actually just got back probably about 30 minutes ago to North Jersey, so yeah.
Okay, so you're back in South Jersey, near mom and dad.
Yep.
With your family.
Yeah, just took the drove up, so not too far at all.
How long is the drive?
About an hour and a half.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Nice. So tell me, do you remember Atlantic City Aquatic Club, Austin? And then we'll get through to your journey to the NFL.
Yeah, I remember those really long practices, but they were all fun. Just being around friends and always competing and being in the water. That was still my favorite thing, actually, being in the water. So yeah.
Love that. It's like therapy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially when you haven't been in there in a long time. It's definitely exhausting if you start doing it for a while.
Just got to remember to breathe, right? So when you were doing Atlantic City Aquatic Club, what was your favorite event back then? And what was the age you remember the earliest of?
Favorite event? Probably say I like doing freestyle or butterfly. I know freestyle is probably the easiest, but butterfly is probably the hardest, probably because I'm bigger, trying to get your body out of the water. And
I remember you swimming butterfly.
Yeah, I like doing butterfly. That was my thing. I don't know. Probably most of my memories I usually have with Anthony. We're still pretty close. So.
Nice.
Yeah, usually with Anthony or obviously Kennedy, my sister, or Rihanna. But we were always doing stuff together. But just being in the pool. Just having family and my parents just cheer me on.
Yeah, and do you remember the beach practices we used to have once in a while? So the reason I'm thinking about all this is because those years I was a beginner coach. So that's why I brought Austin in here, just because of the two differences. And I became friendly with his mom because we would take our kids to the beach after practice and hang out a little longer because my son swam along with Austin. So I think everybody on our team had to do some kind of open water swimming, right, Austin?
Yeah, for sure. Being on the beach and having to go swimming and come in, something like that, something along those lines. And it was fun. Just had a ton of fun with it.
Yeah, swimming out to the flag. Did you ever do the races that we put together in the bay?
I think I did one or two. But I think I did one or two of them.
Yeah, I think you did the one when we were going across the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the fire truck was there and everything else. I remember seeing a lot of pictures from that. Very cool. Kennedy, what is she, 2 years younger than you or? Two? Yeah, because I remember her growing up with the swimming too. And isn't it so interesting to me that, you guys both did swimming as children and then just excelled in the sport you chose. She was basketball, Michigan State. You were football, Penn State, and then Titans, and now Giants. And I love the fact that swimming started off your athletics.
Oh yeah, it's swimming is very challenging. You got to use every muscle in your body. It takes a lot of control and breathing, so it helps a lot with any sport, I think. Sure.
Yeah, it's like a cross train, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember where you learned to swim? Maybe your mom will be able to jump on in a little bit, but if not, I'll just ask you if you recall.
I think I forget her name. That's
Or
all.
was it on the mainland or?
It was literally right around the corner from our house. I forget whose house it was, but I learned how to swim, I think, at the age of 2. That's when I
Oh,
like
wow.
3 is when I kind of got it. Um, yes, I actually do still swim for conditioning. I actually did 4 days ago in my parents' pool. So yes.
Oh, cool. What'd you do?
I did, I think, 32 total laps. So I did
Sweet.
for 8 freestyle, 8 breaststroke, 8 backstroke, and 8
All
double.
right.
Yeah. Yep.
So go ahead.
Shoot. What did you ask me again? I'm
The
sorry.
swim lessons when you said you learned to swim when you were around 2 at a neighbor's pool.
Yeah. I forget her name. If my mom would definitely remember, but it was around 2 or 3 that I kind of got the hang of it, and didn't really need like floaties or a life jacket anymore. But yeah, I think Kennedy was the same.
Yeah. How did you did that just gradually take you to swim team, or was there a pause? You did something else and your mom and dad said, let's go back to swimming, or you just stayed with it the whole time and just kept finding places where you could go for your ability that when you got better and better?
I think that we kind of took a pause from it, and then we kind of went back to it. But after we went back to it, we stayed with it all the way up until I think 7th grade, when I um, gladly, but it was like I was forced to play football. I really didn't want to.
Oh,
So I'm glad my dad made me do that.
why? Well, obviously because you're successful. Yeah.
But I just really enjoyed swimming. I really didn't want to give that up, and football was something that was kind of new for me, and I did it in 7th or 8th grade, somewhere around there. And my dad's friend kind of talked him into like, yeah, he's big, he's fast, athletic, like you should put him into football. That's kind of what football is. So he threw me into there. I hated it the first year,
Oh,
and got to college. When I got to high school at St. Augustine Prep, I fell in love with it. So it's pretty cool.
all right. So was there any opportunity in high school that you could have done both swimming and football?
No, I really didn't look back into it. It was kind of split between basketball and football. I didn't. It was like kind of hard to, I guess, kind of do all 3. So I never really thought about doing swimming in high school.
Okay, so once high school started, you were full on football. At what point did you know you were going to have that opportunity to go collegiately?
I was ranked really low in high school. So like my sophomore year, I started varsity. My junior year, I was like 2-star. Senior year, 2-star, and I ended up committing to Penn State. But I just loved football, and Penn State was a big offer. It's really close to home for me. It's only a 4-hour drive, and I love the school, love Penn State. We are so. Yeah, I just enjoyed every bit of it.
I love that. Now, is it true? I think I remember reading, or maybe you told me, did you finish in 3 years?
Yes, I graduated in 3.5 years. Graduated early. I still had an extra year of eligibility, but I left early, and yeah.
Now, at that point, when you decide to leave early, do you already know that you'll be able to go up to the draft? And are people telling you that? Is your coach saying who gives you that advice?
So, I didn't really understand the whole process, but people were telling me, like, some of the coaches are saying, like, yeah, you're probably not going to be here next year, and I'm like, what are you talking about? As I'm playing really well, and you can put in like, you can put in your, I forget what it's called, like you pretty much ask for your draft grade, and it came back like low first round, early second, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably not coming back.
That had to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. To kind of get that news is very, very cool. But hearing your name called in draft night, that's pretty awesome. It's like a dream come true.
Where were you when that happened?
Um, Actually, I think I was in Ocean City. We rented a house in Ocean City just to have everybody at, like a big enough house. And yeah, I watched the draft. We had a ton of people there. So yeah, it was pretty fun.
Well, that's really exciting, and congratulations on that accomplishment. I see that your mother's watching. Does she want to jump in here? Tammy, do you have the link to get on here? See if she answers.
Some things that surprised you about being how much of a business it is, and like the transition from college to NFL, like you don't have that school work anymore, but it's your job. Like you have to put in the time for film, you have to put in the time in the off season to work on the things that you can get better at. Um, so it's more, I mean, it's not more like a job, but it is your job. That's what you have to do. That's what you get paid to do. So you have to treat it as such. So that's what I kind of learned um, from the guys that were older than me. And I was blessed to have amazing teammates when I got to Tennessee, and they kind of taught me and showed me the ropes.
So, I hear about the transition from high school to college and how big of a jump it is for D1 athletics. And then you had to do the jump after that. Like you just said, the college, you had all those resources and stuff. And now you're mentioning you had the mentorship when you went to the NFL. That's so important. You obviously keep in touch with the guys who were your mentors, even if you're not teammates anymore. Is that a strong relationship with most of the guys that way?
Yeah, for sure. If you it's just kind of be yourself around the guys when you first get there, especially if you're a rookie. But I've had my teammate in college, actually, Daquan. We've been together for 7 years, 8 years, something like that, because we played together at Penn State for years. But I met him when I was visiting, so I've known him since like 2012. So,
And where is he now?
he's still in Tennessee. So
Okay.
I got drafted there 2 years before I did, and then he was at my draft party, actually, which is kind of funny.
Oh, cool.
And 615 number pop up, and
That must have been a really nice present that you could go back with your teammate again and stay together. I would think it makes it a little easier transition. At least you know somebody there.
Yeah, absolutely. Big difference. Kind of take you on.
So now you're with the Giants. You know anybody there yet?
I played with Saquon for a year. Played with Grant for a year. Grant Haley plays corner. And I actually have my D-line coach that I had my last 2 years at Penn State. He's the D-line coach for the Giants now. So it's a good situation to, be in, knowing some guys on the team. And I actually know David Seals, too. Used to work out in the same area in Delaware, in Bear, Delaware. So it's pretty funny to kind of run into people that you haven't seen in a while.
Nice. So, I was thinking, about this show and before having you on and talking about having you on and talking to your mom. And then, as a mom myself, oh, there she is. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Good to see you.
You too.
I'm so glad you're here. I was just about to say, now that Austin's with the Giants, obviously you're going to root for the Giants, but, Eagles, right? When they're not playing, you're going to root. Are you going to root for the Eagles?
No. No, we used to always go to Giants games even when they were kids, so we don't go to Eagles games at all.
Okay. So
even though they were closer, so that's fine.
Okay, cool. And I was asking Austin I don't know what time you jumped on, but I was asking Austin if he knew where he actually got his swimming started, and he was saying it was a neighborhood swim lesson program. Do you remember?
Yeah, with Cindy Hess.
Oh, get out. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, with Cindy Hess. He learned how to swim with her. I think he was probably around 1 or 2,
Okay.
And Kennedy took water babies with her, and from there, that's when it came over to you guys at Apex.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. And I just love that they stayed with it. How long did Kennedy stay with it? Swimming.
Until she was about 12, when she was running from basketball games to swim meets and swim meets to basketball games is when she actually decided to make a choice, because she would run from her meet dripping wet right into a basketball game. And they were always the same season. So that's when she made the choice to play basketball.
That was a good choice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. She did miss swimming. She still misses swimming. So
look at this, Tim. Austin, I love that. Your mom said that today.
Yeah. You know, when Kennedy was swimming at Michigan State, playing basketball at Michigan State, when they would have water training, she was like the most athletic swimmer they had on the team. So they were amazed that she was faster in the water than she was on the court.
I love that. I love that.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, Austin, look at that picture.
Oh my God. That's awesome. There he is. Look at that.
Yeah. I love that picture. That picture's still up in my house. That's why I had it so quickly, because it's up on the shelf right in my house.
That's a good picture.
Yeah.
Is Big Austin over there with you, Tammy?
He's asleep somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
I remember. Sure. Oh, which one's this? Hello.
Oh yeah.
What? Hi. 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 Do you go swimming with Daddy?
You go swimming with Daddy? Yeah. Okay. You gonna go?
Tammy, Austin was telling me he did a swim training in your pool yesterday.
I know. He and his wife were swimming. They were racing, so it was funny.
Oh, I love it.
Race. Yeah. That was quite funny. People are a little bit taken back when they see how big he is, that he swims so well.
Yeah, good. I love that too. I remember when we saw Austin at the Dolphins game a couple of years back. You and Austin were trying to make it but couldn't go. But then we saw this Austin after the game. And I said, so do you ever tell any of your teammates that you actually know how to swim? And what's that reaction like?
Yeah. And what is it like, Austin? They're probably shocked when they see how well you swim. Like you can do all the strokes, because people just basically just freestyle.
Yeah.
Or doggy paddle.
Yeah, exactly.
Our rookie year, we were watching. I forget who was racing, but it was maybe, I'm not sure if it was the Olympics or not or something. But somebody was swimming, doing a certain stroke, and I was like, they were like, how did he catch up to him so fast? It's like he's like gliding the water. I'm like, well, you take less strokes, you don't bring your head out of the water, you kind of move a little faster. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, never mind. Sorry.
You just don't get it.
No, stop asking crazy questions.
So, Tammy, you remember taking the kids to the beach for the ocean practices and then sticking around after that? Down to where were we? Albany Avenue, I think?
We were just there last weekend, Albany Avenue. It was so much fun. And the beach seems so much different now, because the college is over there. Stockton College is on the beach now.
Oh, it's more crowded?
No, it's just it's a building there. Like it used to be a parking lot, and now it's a college campus there.
Oh, wow.
So that's cute. But yeah, those we talk about that all the time about ocean training and how good it was, because they swim much better than me, because I'm not a great swimmer. And that's why I actually put them in swimming, because we had a pool, and an in-ground pool. And the ocean training, they still talk about the swimming to the buoys and back and that kind of thing, Yeah.
Well, so go ahead, finish.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, when you say swimming to the buoys and thinking about that kind of training, it's funny because our swim team now, our competition pool's closed. We're not allowed to use it. So Sid and Quinn are taking them to the ocean, and they're swimming there 6 days a week, 5 days a week for their practice, because they have to keep swimming.
Right. That was always fun, though. I thought it was fun because we got to sit there and watch it in amazement. Like, oh my goodness, these kids, they're like little. Most of them were in grade school.
Yeah, they were
You
little.
know, and they were swimming out to the buoys, and they're like, "That's pretty far." So people would go to the beach with us. They're like, Aren't you afraid your kid's gonna drown out there?" I'm like, "No, they're fine." They're fine.
Life as a swim parent.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't see that been next to you? I was like, no. I was like, I think it was a dolphin. I was like, yeah, it better have been. Otherwise, now.
Yeah, hopefully it was a dolphin.
Yeah.
Sid wants to make a comment about ocean swimming, I think.
She wants you to come in.
He's like, yeah, thumbs up. I love that ocean swimming.
Yeah, ocean training was fun. It was fun for them anyway. Yeah. So when we went on vacations, they always would we go snorkeling, but I always had on my life jacket snorkeling, and they always wanted to go down and swim with the turtles or whatever deep in the water. I'm like, your kids are like really down in that water. I'm like, they're fine.
It is funny to be around people who are not comfortable about swimming or know anything about it, because then when you are there and you're the one with the kids who are comfortable, you're like, no, like you just said, oh, you're fine. They'll be fine. And the other people are probably like, oh my God, call someone.
I know. My sister to this day still remembers Kate running around the pool deck and jumping in the water in Atlantic at the pool in Atlantic City. She says she used to be petrified. She said, "That little girl's jumping in the water. It's deep over." I'm like, she's okay. She said she's like a baby. She's fine.
I think it was your sister. We tell that story all the time. And it must have been your sister, because Kate I think she was walking off the 1 meter at the end. And the woman, it might have been your sister. She's like, oh my God, the baby, she's going to jump. She's going to jump.
Yeah.
And there she did.
She talks about it to this day. Like, that kid, I'm like, oh, she's great. You should see her now. She's swimming for real. She does water polo? Is that what she does?
Yeah, she's doing water polo. She's going to be a senior.
Oh, wow.
I'm a flying.
That's crazy.
Austin, a question just came up. Have you taught your daughter any swimming yet?
Yeah, my wife and I, we're in the process of teaching her how to swim. She's getting a lot better. She actually jumped off the diving board for the first time today in my parents' pool.
Oh my gosh, how old is she?
She's 2.5 right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of hard, not having a pool and trying to teach your kid how to swim, kind of doing it on and off, and then kind of, backtracking and making some progress. But, she's gotten a lot better since we were at my parents' house for a couple weeks. Sure.
Now, your wife has a swimming background, correct?
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
Yeah, she's dive, and her mom actually taught swim lessons for a really long time in Seattle, because that's where she's from.
Oh, okay. I love it. That's great. So now your wife knows how to teach swimming.
Yeah, she does. She used to actually help some of the kids, or help her mom teach some of the kids how to swim.
Great. And that's always something that's fun to go back to. I mean, I'm back in the pool myself once a week because I just love teaching the little ones.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
It's all patience. So I'm learning it.
Danica did say that it's hard to teach your own kid to swim because they don't listen to you. That she said when she taught kids how to swim, that she would have to make the parents leave the area because the kids did so much better when the parent wasn't there, like when they were young. So she said like Kennedy was helping Kylea in the pool because she listened to Kennedy more than she listened to Danica.
Oh, I love it. You got to get that on video.
For sure.
Just the process, because to look back at the process that the kids make is just really awesome. How old's the baby?
My youngest one is 2 months right now.
Ooh.
And he's a big boy. He's a chunker. He's like 15, 16 pounds right now.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like in 6 to 9 month clothes.
I guess he'll be like Dad.
Oh.
Wow. Tammy, how much fun are you having with these babies?
Oh my goodness, it's great. I'm glad they're not in Tennessee right now. It's awesome having them close by.
Yeah.
But they just left today. They were here for 3 weeks, and they just left today. Now it's super quiet in here. I'm like, oh my gosh, Kylea's not running around saying, "My mom, what's going on?" So it's quiet. So, but I just talked to her on the phone. already. Like, I miss you. She said, I miss you too.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love it. And Kennedy's living where?
She's in New York.
Okay.
But she was here for a week, but lives in New York, and not in the city, in Binghamton.
Oh.
She works for the college there.
Oh, nice. And are they going to be going back regular?
I think they have online, but the girls are allowed to start. She works for the basketball team now.
Oh my!
So
that's
the
awesome.
girls are allowed to start training, I think, coming up in a couple more weeks. So.
Well, the big question, Austin, what's going to happen at the NFL?
I'll cover down the preseason. So, COVID, I think they're doing away with preseason. I think I saw that somewhere, but I'm not sure. But everything's still up in the air. You know, we're getting tested. I'm getting tested on Tuesday. Then I have to quarantine for 2 days and then get tested again before I can do anything with the team and then pass a physical and yada, yada, yada. But, you know, it's going to be slow. It's going to play by ear because I'm not really sure what's going to happen if like a state closes down again, what's going to happen with that team, if they're going to go somewhere else to have a game. You know, everything's so up in the air. You never know what's going to happen with COVID, unfortunately, with it spiking in some other states. So hopefully the season goes through really, really well, no problems. And yeah, I mean, it's very like play by ear, up in the air kind of thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully maybe they'll at least be able to try it like the NBA's trying it in baseball and just have nobody there but the players.
Yeah, I know some places said they're not going to have any fans. Some places said they're going to have like around 500 people. And yeah, so it's because I know I saw something about Rutgers only having 500 people at the games. So who knows?
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully it works.
Yeah, you'll get through it.
So is your swim school open? Like kids are swimming there in the school?
Yeah. So this is what the swim school looks like. This is a view from my office. Okay. And we were able to reopen May 11th, thankfully. Okay. And we're limited because we can only have so many people in the lobby at one time or in the pool at one time. Mm-hmm. So it's not as crowded as it was before we closed in March. Okay. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's steady. It's definitely steady. And so I am following Sid and doing lessons at the beach. So we have some swim lessons going on in the ocean 3 days a week for people who are doing that. So that's been working well as well. So we're doing both. But yeah, we're open, and you'll have to come down one of these days and see what it's like. Yeah, I think Tammy, there was a question for Tammy. Austin, did you say something?
Oh yeah, no, I saw a question for her saying, did she have a preference in what sport that we played when we were younger? I saw that somebody said that.
Oh yeah, Tammy, that was a question for you.
No, just whatever they wanted to do. I let them try all the sports, like even golf and tennis, and I just knew swimming would be good for them, something they can have long term. So that was not an option.
Oh,
but
good.
Once they got older, like they both went to grade school at a private school that didn't have swimming. So they couldn't swim with school there. Even if they went to high school there, they wouldn't be able to swim. But I let them pick whatever sport they wanted. So no pressure. Just pick one. You're gonna do something.
Pick something.
Yeah.
That was like when Kate wanted to quit at age 8. Like, well, you better find something to do. Hi, Austin.
Hi. That's Kennedy.
Oh, sorry, Kennedy. I can't. It's too small on my screen. I got to make it bigger. Hi. How are you? Come back here.
No, she can't. One second. Let me take my earpiece out. 1 second.
Oh, okay. I got to make mine bigger.
Hi.
Oh, I can see that. Hi, Kennedy. We were talking about you. Did you hear us?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, your mom was telling us how you were the fastest swimmer than anybody on the court.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Do
you I think Sid asked who would win in a one-on-one. Of course, I said
me.
One-on-one in basketball.
I have to lie. I have to lie on here,
Kennedy. Kennedy, she was a different question.
She walked away.
That's her answer. Ask Kennedy if she still swims at all.
Kennedy, Kara said, do you still swim at all?
As much as I can.
As much as she
I
can,
would
she said.
swim if I could.
She said she would swim every day if she could.
I love that.
I
Good
think
for
that
you,
she's
girl.
comfortable in the water.
I love
So
it.
yeah, I think she
Swimming definitely is one of the things that calms my mind.
it calms her mind, she said.
Ooh. Yeah, I was just saying to Austin before you got on, Tammy, that's like therapy. For me, I mean, it's very therapeutic to just go for a swim.
Yeah. When she gets in the water, she's like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm going to be for my whole life.
Oh, I love that.
She loves the water.
Good. And that's thanks to you, Tammy, for putting them in it so young, because that's really important, and keeping them in it. And that's so important, because if they go just swim when they're 1 to 3 years old and then that never again, they're not going to have any memory of it. So
yeah, that's
awesome.
Stopped for a minute, I think, because I was making her go to training, and I guess at that point you guys were training like a couple times a day or something like that. And I was making her go to training, and then it's like, I'm not gonna keep making you. Either you want to go or you don't want to go.
Yeah.
So she said, I don't want to go. I said, okay. So she didn't go for about 6 weeks. And then she was like, oh my gosh, I miss swimming. And she goes, I'm not going to make you. If you're going to go, you're going to go on your own. I'm not going to make you go. So she started going again. Then she realized that when she was out of the pool for that long, she wasn't as fast.
Yeah.
You know, and then she was mortified. Like, I got to get back to swimming. Like, now they're doing 2 a days or whatever.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. I love hearing about that. Maybe we should have Kennedy and Austin race at your pool.
You hear that, Kennedy? Can you hear me, Kara?
I hear you.
Hello?
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, she said that she would win that race.
Okay.
Oh,
Austin rolls his eyes, Kennedy. She is pretty quick.
yeah, no, she may be quick, but she ain't quicker than me.
Oh,
Okay.
I love it.
They didn't race while they were here.
Give me in backstroke. That's the only one. I give her one. Just one.
Okay.
He said he'll give you backstroke, Kennedy. Yeah, that's her favorite stroke.
Okay. Well, then maybe it should be the I am. Race the I am.
Dusting her in that.
She said she'll give you the breaststroke. Or the butterfly. I'm sorry, because you got
the butterfly.
No.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Austin, did you do relays with Quinn? Where's Quinn? Quinn, come say hi. Did you do you guys did relays together, right?
I think so. Such a long time ago. I think so.
Oh, he's ignoring me.
That was kidding.
Quinn! Come say hello. He's here somewhere.
Kennedy asked me how old was Kate. So she's
okay.
She's
21.
21.
Kate's 21.
She's so grown up now. We follow each other on Instagram. And I'm
Oh, you do?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Hi.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh, this is so great.
Yeah, show's good. I love the smack talk between you guys right now.
Oh yeah, that's every day.
Of course.
Oh my God, you look just like your dad.
He gets that a lot.
I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the hair.
It's the hair, she said.
Yeah, it's not gray yet, thankfully.
It's the hair.
Cool.
How's it doing?
Well, you guys, I can't tell you how much fun this is. I love chatting with you. Austin, thank you so much for getting back to me with all my persistence to do this, because I just really thought it would be a fun conversation just to follow your successes that I love, that started with swimming, and Kennedy starting with swimming, and now she's working at basketball operations at Binghamton. Kate feels left out. You're not left out, Kate. We're talking about you.
No, she is. It's okay.
Where is she?
Kate's at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kennedy will message you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate doesn't like being in studio for the live shows.
But she did it last week with me. That's okay. But yeah, so let's please keep in touch. And I feel like, Austin, you touched on this already, but Kennedy and Austin, you can both answer. How do you feel that your swimming experience helped you in your successes with the sports you chose or the path you chose as your job? Did it? Preparation, discipline?
I think that it started I don't know how to say this, just like being tough and learning like things that I have to do to be successful. I think that definitely kickstarted it at a young age. So I would say that was very helpful. And it also prepared me to get up early in the morning for workouts since we used to start early in the morning. So that's it. But yeah, I would just say it helped me overall, like mindset wise.
Thanks.
I think for me, it was kind of being coachable and kind of the things that you need to work on. And, if somebody saw something, that you had to change, then you had to work on to be faster in the pool, that you had to kind of work on that as you went through practice. So I feel like that kind of helped me in the long run, not being, too stubborn or too much, having like too much ego or whatever it was to, kind of listen and be coachable.
Cool. Thanks. That's great. I want to make a comment about the reason I'm starting this show, to share water safety tips and swim lesson tips. So I want to say to anybody watching, for the water safety, make sure you're watching your children in the pool. And that means undistracted. It means you're not on your phone, you're not talking to friends, and that is 100% undistracted. And then my swim tip of the week is about submersion and practicing breath control. So if you're not in the swim lessons, you're not going to do your own submersion unless you have a swim teacher with you, but you can practice breath control in the bathtub. And I encourage you to do that by getting a cup and letting the water pour over your child's face and not shielding the face, because you want them comfortable getting their face wet and not being afraid of that. So I know everyone who is on this show with me now already does that, but I wanted to share with our audience that is a really important thing to get your children used to water that way. So I would like to let you guys sound off. Tammy, Kennedy, Austin, anything you'd like to say? And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been great hanging with you.
Thank you for having us, and just kind of catching up and reminiscing on old times. It's been fun. Eventually, sometime when COVID's done or whatever, we gotta figure out a way for everybody to get together. Hopefully, Florida or somewhere on the beach.
Yeah, definitely somewhere warm.
Yeah. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Always down to come to Florida. Yeah.
That's the plan. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that.
All right.
Have a great night. Tell Big Austin we said hi and we missed him. We'll get him next time.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck, Austin and Kennedy. Bye, Tammy.
Bye.
Thanks again.
Join us on the Swim Monkey. Swim Monkey TV on the Monkey.